Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is China. I'm a psychic intuitive tarot reader. And I wanted to start a new series, right? So this series that I'm starting is specifically, I've been calling on the energy of a boho babe, right? That is my brand, that is my aesthetic. But what is a boho babe, right? A boho babe is someone who embodies divine sexiness, but in the most elegant way possible. It's not a sexiness that has to be overtly out there. It's not somebody screaming and waving like, hey, look at me. It's just when people look at her, they're like, it's something about her, right? They are still very spiritually in tune. They are good at heart. They're not we don't do the meanness over here, none of that. Like, it's just this energy. And I feel like a lot of us have this inside of us. But it's really like important to work through certain limiting beliefs and traumas and emotional barriers that we've incurred over our lifetime to really become magnetic. Because the divine feminine, a boho babe, is so magnetic. Like, we don't have to go after the things that we want. The things that we want come to us. We attract everything that we desire. And I'm here to really help us step into that energy and evolve and just show up effortlessly and stop overthinking and stop questioning things and wondering if we're on the right path. Like, I'm here to really guide us through that, okay? I've literally have gone through this journey in my life through the past couple of years. And now, like, Spirit has really been pushing me to like share, to help guide other people, because I meet so many of you guys in real life. Like, I meet so many of you guys, but it's like, oh, she doesn't see her light. Like, you need me to turn your light back on? Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. And so you can evolve and be this beautiful, limitless, divine being that you were sent here to be. And because I feel like a lot of times we often separate spirituality and like physicalness, but that's what this human experience is about. It's about being spirit in a human body. So caring about how you look, it can be an act of self-care. For most boho babes, like, when we look good, it's because we feel good. It's a reflection of how we feel inside, you know? And even if it is, we don't feel good, but we just look good anyway, it starts to mesh together. It goes hand in hand, right? So it's like, we can't live just by spirit because we have these bodies too. We care about our bodies, right? So I'm starting a new series. Every Sunday I'm going to do a reading for like a weekly, like what you need to hear to get your week going, to step into that energy, so you can call in everything that you're looking to call in, baby boo, because you is the one, okay? And then on Wednesdays we're going to be doing a love reading. You know, and I got a little spicy, but we're going to tap into our love lives and see what's going on there. Those are what I have so far. Friday, I might do like a recap of the week, a reflection session or something like that. I'm not completely sure. I'm kind of just going with the flow. And that's also a part of being in your divine feminine energy, is just learning to go with the flow and stop being in control all the time, right? So here we are, starting a new series. Woo! And I hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, and let's get into it. So I already did pray, cleanse the decks, so we're gonna get right into it. So I want to start with this deck. It's called What's the Vibe? So we're gonna do a vibe check for the week, okay? It just started raining, like literally just started pouring. I feel like it's about to storm. So I don't know if that's going to be significant. I like to take everything into consideration when I read. Yeah, so let's check in. Let's see what's going on. Sorry, I'm realizing that my camera is shaking as I'm doing this. I'll probably have to figure out another setup. But we already rocking and rolling. I'm already in flow, so I'm not about to get out of it. So, and don't mind Coco. She a divine feminine too, okay? She wants y'all to know she here. All right, so what is the vibe of the week? What is the energy we are looking at this week? What is the energy that we are looking at this week? We had toxic that come out. So we had toxic, drama, arguments, incompatible. Okay, Spirit. So we're going to give one more and then we're going to dive into this. Toxic. What is the vibe for the week? So, okay. So, and I did say it just started storming and that may be love affair. Ooh. Dirty little secret, sex flicks down low. All right. Spirit. Okay. So it did start storming, right? As I said that. And for some reason, that was significant, right? Because even the rain is calming down now. But we had toxic come out and love affair. I'm getting this feeling that anything that in your life that is toxic is going to be brought to surface this week, okay? Any hidden secrets. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be family member related, it could be work related, but anything that is being hidden, anything that's on the down low is going to be brought to the surface. Because like you see this mushroom here, yeah, it's toxic, but it stands out. It's not hidden in, it's not blending. It's on a green background and it's red. It's right there, it's pungent, it's in your face. And with these two cards coming out together, I'm getting that anything that has been hidden from you, anything that has been causing you confusion, making you question yourself, making you doubt yourself, is going to be brought to the surface today. I mean, this week, or may happen for you today whenever you're watching this. Like, even though I'm doing this in August, I believe all messages are timeless. You will see this message when it is directly meant for you, right? So it's going to be a little bit stormy in your emotional world. It may seem a little chaotic, but you have to remember that everything is always happening for you and not to you. And that's why Spirit led you here to this reading today, to give you a little foreshadow so you can navigate these emotions throughout the week and realize that these things are coming up so people can't hide from you anymore. It's time to remove all the snakes from your garden because your garden is about to flourish. I keep dropping cards. Hold on. That's way too many. Okay. So it was a lot of cards that fell out, and normally when it's this much I don't take it, but I feel like it was very intentional because I feel like a lot of emotions are going to come up this week. I don't think it's going to be just one thing. I think it's going to be anything that you've been praying for, right? So say you're praying for a new person, like a relationship, or say you're praying for a new house or a new car or a better career. Anything that is coming, anything that is blocking you from receiving those things are going to be brought to the surface this week, okay? So we have family come up. Families, blood ties, inner circle. We have chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall. It's going to be chaos this week. And this is not to scare anybody. And if you don't want to, if you feel like this isn't for you, feel free to turn the video off. You are not forced to stay to watch anything. But I am not the type of person who preaches just all love and light. Like, the only way you can get to your most divine and most magnetic and most abundant self is to go through these things that keep coming up. And when you keep trying to shove it down, it like builds and builds and builds. And then it's like a big outburst, right? So then we have salty, bitter, angry, petty. We had blocked, moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. We had clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. And we had soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. So a lot of relationship stuff is coming out here. As much as I want to say this isn't a relationship reading, your relationship that you may have may be the thing that is blocking you from stepping into your most magnetic self, right? And it's not to say that person isn't for you. It just may be the dynamics of the current relationship. You guys may be arguing a lot right now. You guys may be withholding how you truly feel, right? And I'm going to get a little bit more onto, is this your energy or like external energy? Just so we have more clarity on this. Yeah, because it's really coming up. Whatever has been hidden, whatever emotions have been shoved down are going to come out. And it's crazy because the deck that so I have so many decks. I don't know if y'all can see. I have a whole bunch of decks. But like, I was drawn to bringing out specific decks. And this one is the Heart's Hidden Secrets. And I haven't used this one in a while. So let's see what is hidden in your heart. Let's see what's going on with that. Because I'm getting that it's going to be the chaos isn't going to come to you. I'm getting that you're going to call this the chaos. And it's not going to be in a crash out way. It's just going to be in a, you're finally letting out the things that have been bothering you. So this is just a reminder to communicate healthily. Reminder that there are consequences for our actions, and not even consequences. I don't even want you to think about it in a bad way, but just every action, there is a reaction, right? So just try to communicate your emotions, maybe journal a lot this week, meditate a lot, especially if you know you're going to be in a situation or around people who kind of trigger you. Just really try to get on the forefront about that, right? So that's why we're taking a look into what the week is going to bring in the first place, so we can have a little bit of awareness to navigate it, okay? So we have obsession and distance. So we had obsession, which has infatuation, adoration, and addiction. And distance, separation, space, blockage. So what I'm getting is whatever relationship you currently have, whether it's with a person, whether it's work, whether it's with substances, whether it's with food, whether it's with bad habits or limiting beliefs, you were obsessed with them. Whatever it was. So say it was the limiting belief of you're not pretty. You were obsessed with that belief, right? But now you're creating distance with that belief. You're creating separation. You're blocking that because you are trying to change. You are trying to step into your most magnetic version of yourself. And in order to do that, you can no longer be obsessed with those negative thoughts. And so because you are removing those negative thoughts, your body is going into a sense of fight or flight. Your body is like, wait, what is happening? I've lived by this structure and this standard my whole entire life. I've created this reality that says I am not good enough, that says I am not lovable, that I am not beautiful. And so now that you're starting to remove those beliefs, your body feels uncomfortable. Even though you're moving towards something better, it's not what it's used to. So even though we do things that are better for ourselves, because we're not used to living in that state, in that frequency, our body starts to freak out and our nervous system starts to reject the change. Let's see, can I get a little bit more on this, Spirit? Yeah, guys, like the healing work to becoming the most divine being you can be in this lifetime is not always pretty. Like I feel like a lot of like people try to paint the picture of it's just like, oh, you meditate and you journal and like just make it seem like it's so light and airy. No, I had to work through a lot of emotional traumas. Like those were the things that were blocking me. And in order to go through them, you have to feel them again. You have to feel your way through it. And that's why most of us don't do the work, because it is so hard to feel. That's why we did start numbing it in the first place, whether it was through binge watching TV, through drinking, through smoking, whatever the case may be. We didn't want to feel what we were going through, you know? But in order to feel the good, you have to go through those feelings too. Because when you turn your feelings off, you turn your feelings off to everything, okay? Yeah, trapped. You feel stuck, trapped, tied down, captive, but it's a mental captivation, right? And you're ready to break free. That's why you're here. A part of you is ready to break free. You're like, although these limiting beliefs have brought me to this point in my life, I no longer want to live this way. I no longer want to play by those rules, because you know why? Deep down inside, you know damn well you deserve so much more. That's the crazy thing. You're living in a way where it's like everything around you says you're not deserving of things, but deep down, your soul knows you that girl, you that one. Yeah, you that one. You know it. You don't even gotta, you know it. So now we're going to get into tarot, because those were just oracle cards just to get the vibe check of what we were going in here. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for my divine feminines, my boho babes today? How can they work on this, creating this distance with this obsession, with their limiting beliefs in a healthy way? How can we continue to move forward in a healthy way? Let's get some answers on that. How can we move forward in a healthy way? Okay. So we have the Four of Cups come out. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. And the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, sorry, the Seven of Pentacles. I'm laughing just because this literally came out in like sentence formation for me. Like if you know tarot, you probably already picked up on what it's saying. So right now you're in the Four of Cup energy, right? Where God is offering you a new cup, but you're still sitting there looking at what you've had, what you've created, this lifestyle, and you've like, I'm so close to moving forward. I'm so close to having more cups, but you want me to sit here and take the one you given me and leave the 3 behind? That don't even make sense. But faith doesn't make sense. You can't explain faith. Faith is not scientific. It's spiritual, you know? So God is asking you to take a spiritual leap of faith and trust the new opportunity and the new beginnings that you are being offered, and start crafting yourself again. Go back to the drawing board. Figure out, how do I want to look? How do I want to walk? How do I want to talk? How do I want to dress? How do I want my hair to be? How do I want my nails to be? How do I want my house to be? What do I want my bank account to look like? Like, go back to the drawing board. It's okay to restart. You do not have to keep continuing down on the path that you have already started, thinking you don't have time. It is okay to start over. You have so much more time than you realize, baby girl, okay? So go back into it, but craft yourself from a high vibrational place, not from a place where you feel like I'm crafting myself to be accepted. I'm crafting myself to fall in love with myself again, right? Because as we have the Lovers here coming out here, you're crafting yourself from a pure space of love. And with you doing that, you're going to attract everything that is meant for you. Every single thing that is meant for you. The house that you want, the car that you want, the man that you want or girl that you want, the career that you want, like everything that you want is going to come to you because you're going to take time to direct and script the life that you want. It's okay to go back to the drawing board. I go back to the drawing board all the time because that's the thing. Like, you have to have some things, you have to test some things out. You have to live in it to see like if this is really what I want, is or did I think I want this because social media told me I wanted this, or I'm wanting this because I thought it was going to make me feel happy and fulfilled, but it really didn't. So it's okay to scratch, rip the page out and start over. So you're at this place where it's time to develop your character. Like, I'm not playing, y'all. Like, it's really time. Like, all right, y'all, a little bit. We're gonna get to me a little bit. My real name is Jasmine, okay? I created China as an alias, as an alter ego, to step out of all the trauma that I've been in so I can navigate this world without feeling so attached to the trauma that I've incurred. Because I had every right in the world to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, my life is this, poor me, I'm so sad, everybody care about me, everybody doesn't love me. I had every right to stick to that narrative, but I got fed up, I got tired, I wanted more. That narrative was not doing anything for me, not a dang on thing, okay? So it's time for you to really just choose who you want to be, even if you have to make another name for that person, whatever the case may be. Everybody has it. Like, Beyonce has her Sasha Fierce. Like, there, and then it's not to say that the original version of you doesn't exist. Yes, I've gotten to a place where I've integrated both back into my life, right? But in order to escape that so daunting and just heaviness and that depression, I had to create another reality for myself. I had to create another being, and I have shape shifted into that version of me that I wanted to be. So it literally does take a little bit of delusion, a little bit. But you guys can do this. You are more than capable, and that's why you have this desire. That's why you are sitting here watching this video right now, okay? And with the Seven of Pentacles coming out here, that's your first step. That's your only step for this week, is to literally design who you want to be. And as you design who you want to be, sit back and watch and wait and just see how things start to unfold around you. She's chilling. She's already know she planted her seeds. It's already getting the sunlight. She's doing the watering, but she's not stressed about it, right? Because she knows everything is going to come to her. So I want you guys to sit here and develop your character. What does she want to look like? What does her hair look like? How does she talk? How does she walk? What type of friends does she hang out with? What type of hobbies does she have? What does she do on her free time? What type of career does she want? Right? And do it from a place of love, not out of a place where it's like, oh, you need to lose weight, so this bitch gonna get in the gym. No. From a place of, oh my gosh, my character, like, she loves her body so much. She works out like 3 times a week or 4 times a week because she just loves her body. Do it from a place of love, not from a place of hate, because intention is so important. If I would have created my character from a place of like hatred, I would have created a life that I hate. But I created my character out of love. Okay, so it's time for you guys to step into your most magnetic field, your most magnetic energy, and call in all the things that you desire. And this is step one, baby. It's so crazy that this came out for the first video, because it's literally how it started for me. So I hope that was enjoyable for you guys. I will be back next Sunday with another video. Like I said, this is a series that I want to continue on. Drop some hearts down in the comment if you rocking out with me or you made it all the way to this part of the video. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.